Is this the show? Are we back? Yes, we're back. That was Light Sweet Crude, and we're here with Michelle Peavy, who's holding an all-women summit, you called it, right,
yes,
Michelle?
Yes.
So what's the deal with the summit? What's going to happen?
Well, it's interesting. I think with all women, we're basically forming an environment for all women. It's exactly what the title says, all women, whether it be your mother, daughter, aunt, sister, and all the men that love all women.
Okay, so that's good. So you're inclusive, so we can come.
Right, we made it very generic.
Okay, great.
What are some of the highlights going to be?
Some of the highlights. Well, you know, I actually am from, and I've been living in Houston, Texas for 16 years, and I just recently moved to Toronto.
Yes.
Where are you from originally, though?
I was born in Kingston, Ontario.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Raised in Alberta, moved to Houston 16 years ago, and isn't it funny how circle of life brings you back? And here I am in Toronto, and all women. It's amazing how it started. I myself and the two co-founders, Mary Morisuti of MK Strategic, as well as Ellen Campbell of the Canadian Centre for Abuse Awareness, we all three partnered up as co-founders of the All Women event. And each and every one of us offer something very different.
Specifically?
Specifically, we do. Ellen is a philanthropist. She's also the founder of the Canadian Centre for Abuse Awareness, which is actually, she's got, I think it's about a 10,000, 15,000 square foot facility out in Newmarket.
Yes.
And what they do is they provide a lot of the bedding, clothing, toys to the women's shelters in Toronto and the GTA area. But not only that, you know, they have a main sponsor, FedEx, who's a national sponsor for CCAA, and they actually perform and handle a lot of child safety programs.
Yes.
Because abuse and neglect can come in any form, and it can start right at the very early stages of abandoning a baby.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So Ellen, I approached her, and long story short, Mary and I both came to her and said, we want to help you form an event. That was a year ago.
Yes.
And we want to make it a safe forum for all women, and we build actually tools and strategies around intent, strength, and action.
All right. So the actual context for the launching of this event, you said it's for all women.
Yes.
But there are some outcomes that I imagine you would hope to achieve. What would some of they be?
Some of the outcomes. We actually have some very, very phenomenal sponsors that have actually come on board with us. One of them is FedEx.
Yes.
Canada. Lisa Lasson, who is the president of FedEx Canada, is our keynote speaker. And
exciting.
Each of our speakers that come on will actually speak around one of those three topics. So we're going to assume that Lisa is going to speak about strength. She has an amazing story to tell about how she became president of FedEx Canada.
Yes.
From her personal and business life combined together. We have Patty Fallis from Barter Network, who's the president of Barter Network. We have Porsche, Helen Ching, who actually is the president, CEO, and general manager of Fine Cars, Downtown Fine Cars. I hope I got that right. They have actually donated a live auction item as a sponsor to drive a Boxster Porsche for a weekend.
Wait, what's her name again?
Helen Ching.
I think I wrote a bio of her once.
Yeah, I actually, she was, as I believe, won the 2009 Women Entrepreneur Year Award in Toronto. So we've got some pretty phenomenal women coming in at all levels, but what we're really trying to portray to our audience is, you know, that even if you're a woman in a high-powered position, or you're just a woman starting out your own business, or a woman just starting out, period, we want to know that we're all alike. We're all the same, we're all alike, and how do we build our life around intent, strength, and action? That's it.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You were talking about your other co-founders?
Yes, I'd like to mention Mary Morisuti.
Yes.
Mary Morisuti she's got a phenomenal background. Again, a long story. Mary is the former director of DOP, Director of Photography, and producer of the show Designer Guys. She left to have children, became a strategic business coach, got certified in the U.S., and came to Toronto and formed her own business after having children. But because of her media, her PR, and her communications background, she offers that flavor as the co-founder to the event. Ellen offers more the philanthropy, the nonprofit, the charity that all the proceeds of the event goes to. And me, myself and
Let's hear about you.
I am the action woman. I am all about action. I will share my story of the journey that has taken me to Toronto and my life. And where my action piece falls in line is I have just launched my new single. I am a singer. And I will launch the song called The Final Note at the event.
We don't have that today, do we?
You can't hear it today. It's a secret
okay,
because I haven't launched it yet. I want to launch it October 6th.
Right.
But I believe that we have a cover of it that I shared with your team.
Yes, we're looking for it right now.
Okay. If anybody is interested, they can send me an email at info@michellepeavy.com, or better yet, go to allwomen.biz and get yourself a ticket and come and see what this is all about.
What are the costs for the tickets?
VIP tickets are $69, which gives you preferred seating.
Yes.
And $49 is general admission. We're not asking for a lot, but 100% of the proceeds do go to Canadian Centre for Abuse Awareness.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah,
Good
very
works.
exciting. It'll be at the Capitol Theatre.
That's on Eglinton, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on Yonge Street.
On Yonge
just
Street.
down the street from Yonge and Eglinton.
Oh, okay.
It'll be next Thursday, October 6th, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we've got a host of other surprise guests that are coming, media, and of course me at the end. Well, I will launch my new CD and my single.
How
Now, is there
exciting.
going to be more than one song on the CD, Michelle?
There's only one song.
So, okay, now why did you do that? Just a single, not a full LP?
Timing. Timing, and it's just kind of where my heart drove me. I have, of course, the first CD, which is called The Freeway of Life, and it's really, I authored my story.
Yeah.
And then I sing as the final note at the end of the story.
Okay, so what is there a? Were you inspired to write this song for a
Yes.
particular reason?
Yes.
Is there a purpose?
Yes.
For the single?
Yes.
You want to talk about that?
My stage name was given to me when I was on that journey of finding my passion, which is called The Final Note. And the final note is falling in line with an action item of being the last thought, the last message, the last performer, the last speaker, whatever it may be as last, but it ends as the final musical note. And there's a lot of metaphoric definition for me in that title, because the final note is, for example, if you talk to somebody or somebody speaks,
Yeah.
we probably aren't going to absorb 100% of the information.
Yes.
But music is the highest form of energy and vibration. If I sing or you play any kind of music, your soul will speak to you. So I don't have to speak to you. And whatever your soul tells you with the music are the things that you need to do for yourself from an action standpoint. So my job as the final note is to awaken the sleeping giant inside you and find and blare your own speakers inside and make a move.
Is that different for in your experience, is that different for women than it is for men?
I agree it's the same, but really within the final note, and my story is the final note, I really go to a place of helping people see, mainly women, because I'm a woman myself, of moving from fear to fearlessness. And by telling my story is my storm.
What does fearlessness mean?
Fearlessness means what you do with the fear. Because we all have fear, it'll always be there.
Perfect.
But it comes and defines as an action item. So, for example, what does fear stand for to me?
Please.
False evidence appearing real.
Yes.
It's what you make it, what you see it, and what you feel it, because usually it really is not that. And I find a lot of women, there's a big movement going on right now. Like the Dalai Lama at the Vancouver Peace Summit said that the women of the Western world will be a part of solving world peace. And I find with me being living in the United States for 16 years, and my journey started with a book that I brought to Canada called Fearless Women, Fearless Wisdom. And I was featured in the book as one of two only Canadians out of 40 women. Mm-hmm. And I find that the Canadian women almost somewhat feel like the stepchildren and getting things last. And so I wanted to take this book and make sure the Canadian women got it first. So I went across Canada last year and promoted the book, and this Fearless Women Day happened, and I met Ellen Campbell because she was the highlighted winner of that event. And I said to her, I want to latch on to you and promote your personal and business initiatives for the next year. And here we are.
And that part of that is the conference coming up on October
Part of it is
6th.
the conference coming up, and that's what we said is I'm going to latch on to you. We're going to promote Canadian Centre for Abuse Awareness. If you want to learn more about it, you can go to abusehurts.com. That's ABUSEHURTS.com.
Okay, great. Now we got something to show here. Let's just look at this. I think this is is that the cover of your CD?
That's the cover of my CD.
Isn't that beautiful? Can you tell us about the graphics?
The song talks a lot about myself, and it could actually relate to anybody who's listening to it, about myself as a woman who's standing in the dark in the middle of her storm. And I talk about my storm, and personally for me, I find that sometimes when you're in a desperate situation, you get on your knees, and for me, I pray to God looking for some answers. And I talk about in the song about going through the storm. But then I use the metaphoric symbols. I have a lot of metaphoric memory words in my songs about getting on the freeway and getting in our car and putting your car in drive and driving forward. So I talk about driving through the storm, but then I talk about we can't sit still in our storm. We have to move forward towards some kind of light in our life or blessing in our life. So the rainbow on the CD represents the rainbows and the blessings that happen after a storm.
Michelle, in your comments on fear, false evidence appearing real, and we have to, in fearlessness, that's one thing to recognize it, say the words, even believe the words. There has to be something else, an action item beyond that.
Correct.
What could that be?
Well, I can use myself as an example. I've gone through a huge transition. I literally followed what my passion was in my dream, and I've made some very, very bold moves in my personal as well as my business life.
Such as?
Drove my car from Houston, Texas for 30 hours to Toronto.
Without stopping?
Not stop. I stopped. I took breaks.
But you didn't sleep.
You didn't overnight.
Right?
You just like
We did
straight, 30
overnights. I got my mom. I convinced my mother to come with me. I've never driven. I've always been a person who's been in a hurry to get to my destination. And I did it. I wanted to drive for two reasons. Number one, I believe when you have parents in your life, especially as they get older, your job as their children is to create experiences and memories for them. And I wanted to create an experience and a memory for my mom. My mom has always wanted to see Graceland. And I said to my mom, we will stop in Memphis and we will go to Graceland. She also wanted to see the Grand Ole Opry. We didn't get a chance to do that. But I wanted to create the experience. And I also wanted to show her that I could do it. And I could do it. And I could prove to myself that I could do it. I've never driven that long in my life. So we broke it down to 2.5 days and drove 10.5 hours the first day, 10.5 the next, and the rest at the third day. So it was a great experience, and I experienced being on that freeway of life. Mm-hmm. Putting my car in drive, and if you put your car in drive, you can only go forward.
If it's working properly.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't have a lot of time left, but the conference is coming up October 6th. Where is it going to be again?
It's going to be at the Capitol Theater.
Where's that?
I think it's 2493 Yonge Street, right down the street from Yonge and Eglinton.
Okay.
And you can go to capitaltheater.ca for information. Allwomen.biz has all the information.
Right. So, and just paint us a picture of what's going to happen there. It's from 6 to 10, but there's going to be women there, of course.
We've got several speakers involved. Again, Lisa Lassonde, president of FedEx Canada, is our keynote speaker. Maureen Holloway from 107 is our MC. And we've got a host of other surprise things that are happening. I want to make it very clear before I finish. There's a big, huge push in a campaign that Ellen Campbell from Canadian Centre for Abuse Awareness started last year. And it's the Safe Haven Abandoned Baby Act. We are trying to push a law in Canada. For example, the Safe Haven law in the U.S. has a law that if a woman abandons a baby, they can take it to a police station, fire station, or hospital without being charged. Canada doesn't have a law like that. And because of having that law in the U.S., 2,000 babies have been saved in the last 10 years. So we are trying to help pass that law. And if you want to make a difference now and you're watching this, you actually can text your vote. And you can type in the number 20222 as the number. And in the subject and message line, type in the word wish, hit send, and your vote will count. So we are pushing that campaign, and we're also launching the Women Mentoring Women program between All Women and CCAA, where women of business, as business executives, can actually mentor an abused woman with their services.
That's really fabulous, Michelle, that you're doing all of that. Really important work. I commend
Very
you for
important.
that.
And guys are welcome to come to the conference?
Men are welcome to come. We love men in our life, and because they are the big supporters in our life, absolutely there will be men there.
And what do you hope is going to be the outcome?
The outcome for me, and when I first sat down with Ellen and Mary, is I didn't want to make it a fluffy event. I wanted to make it where we could build tools and strategies. It really, to me, it's what happens after the event. And we've got a lot of sponsors and partners that are going to be there to be offer the women and people in the room tools and strategies to move forward with an action item.
Are you going to be performing your new single?
I will be
that
performing
night?
my new single. I will be the final note. I will be the final performer.
And will people be able to get their hands on your CD
They will
that night?
be able to get my CD that night. Yes, they will.
Okay, that's fantastic. Well, and so again, people can go to allwomen.biz to
Correct.
get the info, right?
Yes.
Any final thoughts you want to leave us with?
If they want to go to my website, michellepeavy.com. I am open for speaking engagements and singing engagements as well. And I believe we're forming a great movement. I say to everybody out there, I came to the fork in the road, and I chose the fearless route, and so my journey begins.
And how do you like being back in Toronto?
I love it because the people are so warm and so friendly, and I've created such a great following, and I've got such a overwhelming support system here, and I'm so grateful to everybody out there.
Well, we're a little disappointed we don't have the single to play right now, Michelle, but I guess we're going to have to wait till October 6th for that. But we do have another piece of music that you've done.
Yes.
So we're going to go out with
Perfect.
that if that's okay.
That's no problem. One more thing. Anybody who's watching today and for the week of September 26th, if you buy a ticket at allwomen.biz, a VIP ticket, we'll give you one free general admission ticket.
Okay, how do they...
Allwomen.biz. You can
Yeah.
buy your ticket online there. And then basically you can email info@michellepeavy.com and let me know that you were one of those people that watched this show this week.
Okay.
And we'll make sure we get you a free general admission ticket.
And they can watch it not just live right now, but they can watch it when it goes up after the fact as
Absolutely.
well. Okay. All right, Michelle. Great to have you back
Very
here in
great.
the studio. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Hugh.
Conference, the single.
Thank you.
And look forward to that on October 6th. Here's a track by Michelle Peavy. So, and we're going to come back in a couple of minutes with El Ayoub Zadeh and Raymond Luke from Art Anywhere right back after this.
Fantastic.
What one woman can be, it is my destiny to live my life and go for my dreams. I'm gonna step up and step out and use my gifts. What one woman can be is me. What one woman can be, that's me. What one woman can be, it's me. What one woman can be, that's me. What one woman can be. to live my life and go for my dreams. I'm gonna step up and step out and use my gifts. What one woman can be, what one woman can be is me. What one woman can be, what one woman, that's me. What one woman can be, what one woman, that's me. What one woman can be, what one woman, that's me. What one woman can be, what one woman, I can do it, I can choose it. That woman is me, that woman is me. I can do it, I can choose it. That woman is me, that woman is me. I can do it, I can choose it. That woman is me, that woman is me. I can do it, I can choose it.